Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I know, I feel so bad. I think it's been close to 3 weeks, 2 weeks, definitely over 2 weeks since I last filmed a video. If you guys don't follow me, actually I can't even say that because I've basically been MIA from social media for a while now. Basically what happened was towards, I want to say the second-ish week of September, I was feeling kind of weird on a Saturday night. I went to bed early and then Sunday I woke up with a horrendous fever. I can't even remember the last time I was that sick. I basically passed out from my body just completely overheating. My fever was over 103 degrees. It was awful. Luckily, my husband is a total saint and nursed me back to health, but yeah, it was not fun. And after that, it just kind of took it out of me. I don't know what brought it on. I guess something was just going around at the time, but that sucked. And then pretty much right after that, my mom came to visit me for a week and I hadn't seen her in a while. So I just spent good quality time with her and Landon because my husband was out of town. But yeah, I am back and ready to get back to it. I feel so bad just because I feel I know I've been kind of flaky here and there, and I don't mean to be because trust me, I've missed filming for you guys, but at the same time, I can't lie. I was just so out of it. There was no way I could sit in front of the camera and fake it because I just felt that bad. So thank you guys for all the get well wishes. I had a ton of you guys snapping me asking where I was and checking in on me, so that was super sweet of you guys. I really appreciate it. To get back into the hang of things or swing of things, whatever, I'm gonna be filming my September favorites. Honestly, I don't have too many makeup products. I have a couple right here that I used I guess within the first week of September, and just within the last 4 days or so I've been finally slowly putting my face back on here and there. I was just letting my skin breathe for a while. So for makeup products, I think the main thing that I've just been in love with this month, NARS was kind enough to send me this palette and then a voucher to pick out whatever shadows I wanted. It's a lot like the Z palette. They have this is the large palette. There's also a small palette. You can buy, I think there's a couple of pre-made versions, or you can build your own. So that's exactly what I did. So in here I have 6 blushes and then several eyeshadows, a lot of the single pans, and then one of the duos, which I was really excited about because I really only own, I want to say 2 NARS singles, Night Porter and kind of a pinky white shimmery shade. I can't think of the name right now, but this color right here I have been in love with. I already forgot. I think it's Persia. Yes, Persia. As you can see, it's just this burnt orange. It's super matte. It looks incredible, kind of blown out in the crease, or if you just want to do a solid matte lid color. It's absolutely stunning. It's super unique. I really love it. Also, I don't know what it is with oranges lately. I know this actually looks more red on camera, but it's definitely a rusty orange color. This blush right here, this is in Taj Mahal. I wasn't that sure how it would look on my skin, but it's an amazing blush that you can build up. You can keep it really light and subtle, or you can go in with a dramatic orangey blush, but it has this really cool kind of iridescent shine to it. There's no glitter particles. There's just this amazing sheen. It's such a stunning blush. I feel it would look especially amazing on a deeper skin tone. This is from Tarte. This is the Tarte's Clay Paint Liner. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this just because the packaging is kind of interesting for a gel type liquid liner. It's not quite as thick as a gel, but it's not as thin as a liquid either. It's kind of a hybrid right in between. I love this though. It's super black. The brush that it comes with is super fine. It has a nice point so you can really create that cat wing. That's what I have on right now. And I really like it because as you can see, it kind of has this flat but a slight rounded bowl shape. So you squeeze a tiny bit of the liner out, then you dip your brush in there and you can kind of, wipe off any excess, but it can still stay on here. That way you're not wasting it. But I love this stuff. It's super black. It's really easy to work with. So this I have been loving. This is a newer favorite. I really only got this a week ago or so, but I can already tell you I'm so in love with it because the last couple of days that I have actually put on makeup, this is what I've been using. It is what I have. I look so washed out, which is annoying because when I look in the mirror here, I feel you can really see my blush and my contour, but I need to mess with my lighting settings. I can never get it on point. But this is by the brand Pixie, which you can get at Target. This is the Natural Contour Powder Shape and Shadow. I'm guessing it only comes in one shade because I mean there's no real color name on here. But as you can see, it's kind of it's not orange, it's not red. It's a really weird kind of cool gray brown tone. So it's perfect for contouring. I've used this to contour my nose. I've used it to contour my cheeks. This is a lip color I pretty much wore from August to now. I'm obsessed with it. Like, I need to put it down because this is basically the only lip color I've been wearing, except for today. Obviously I'm wearing the other color. This is the Ultra Matte Lippy Ultra Matte Lip from ColourPop in the shade Clueless. This, I wore it in a couple Instagram pictures and several of you guys were like, Clueless looks nothing like that on me. I don't know if it's because I always layer it over a lip liner, but I believe I mentioned it in that picture. Maybe, maybe not. I like to go in with NYX lip liner in Natural. You could do Peekaboo Neutral too, but I really like Natural. I'll fill my lips in completely with that, and then on top of it I'll apply this, and it's like the prettiest, longest lasting lip color. I love it. I swear the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lippies have like slowly kind of changed their formula. I was one who honestly loved the original set. I feel like that whole line had a super mixed review. It seems like some people hated it, thought they were patchy, other people loved it. I really didn't have that many problems with it. Some of the deeper shades did go on a bit patchy, but for the most part, a lot of the colors worked for me. But I feel like with every newer collection, what was it, like the Freshman, or like whatever the 90s collection they had, and then the one that's out right now, I really want to pick up 2 of the shades from there. But this one I love, and I feel like it's long lasting. I can eat, like we went to the movies, I had popcorn, it didn't wear off my lips, it just like stays locked and loaded all day. So this color is like the perfect everyday kind of like dusty neutral pink color. I love it. Now kind of on the opposite end of the color spectrum, or just a lot deeper, this is actually the combination that I'm wearing right now. So once again, anytime I wear these ColourPop lippies, I always like to lay down, or this one is in ColourPop, but basically anytime I wear like a matte lip, I always like to go in with some kind of balm. I'm not the craziest about the EOS lip balms, but I feel like those actually work perfect as primers whenever you wear these kind of products. So I'll put that on when I first begin applying my makeup, and then my lips are typically the last thing I do. So once that like EOS lip balm has really kind of like saturated and set onto my lips, I will fill and line my lips in completely with this. This is the NYX lip liner. I love NYX lip liners. Like, they're so affordable, and to me they're amazing quality. This one is in the shade Auburn. So I lined, filled with that, and then on top of it I'm wearing Anastasia's liquid lipstick in Vamp, which I think goes perfectly with this top. It's so pretty. If I were to do it on its own, it wouldn't be quite as dark. I'd have to layer it a lot more, and I feel like the more you layer liquid lipsticks, that's when you start to get that kind of like dry, crusty, tightening feel. Okay, everything else I have here are all skincare favorites. I feel like my skin is the main thing I concentrated on this month. It should be what you always concentrate on, like with your whole beauty regimen, but I feel like this month I've been on top of it, but it's because one of these products ended up being kind of like a favorite slash unfavorite. Last month, well, yeah, because it's October now, so what's in September? I went to a SkinCeuticals event, and this was one of the little items in the goodie bag. So inside it came with some of like their best sellers, and I saw that retinol was in here, just retinol 0.5. I remember when I was in high school, I had some issues with like these tiny bumps on my forehead, and so the dermatologist had recommended Retin A. Used it for a little bit, and it dried my skin out so bad I just couldn't handle it, so I stopped using it. But I remember like once my skin went through that whole like dry, nasty phase, it's like my skin cleared up and looked amazing. So I haven't been back to the dermatologist in so long, which is awful. I need to make an appointment. But once I saw that the retinol was in here, I was super excited because I know retinol does amazing things for your skin, but it is something that you do have to be careful with and not like overuse. If you guys have never used Retin A or retinol or anything like that before, typically you apply it at night, and then you want to be like extra on top of your sunscreen game, because basically it makes your skin way more sensitive to sun. So I was using it, and you know, typically in the mornings I won't cleanse my face. I'll just like splash it with some water and do, you know, serum, sunscreen, all of that good stuff, just because I kind of do like a double cleansing at night, so I feel like my skin is pretty much clean. Well, one day after using the retinol for about like a week and a half, I was already noticing that my skin was kind of going through that phase where, you know, there were some dry patches, but then it was almost like exfoliating and my skin was looking really good. I felt like my blackheads were gone. Well, my mom and I, it was while my mom was here, we went and dropped off Landon for work. I didn't wash my face yet. I didn't put on sunscreen yet because, you know, it's bright and early in the morning. We dropped him off, and then as soon as we got home, we're like, oh, let's go for a walk. So I didn't do any of my skincare yet. It was bright and hot, as it always is in Texas, and the sun basically scorched my face. Like, we got home and my face was kind of tingling. I'm like, that's weird. I feel like I already got sunburned. And then I realized what had happened. My skin was awful for like a good like 2 weeks. It was just extra dry. Like anything I put on it, whether it was oil or moisturizer, like everything was burning my skin. It was awful. But now that I'm like past all that, that was totally user error. But like, I feel like my skin, like the texture looks so good right now. But just make sure that you apply your sunscreen. So what I've been doing since my skin got back to normal to kind of like get the hydration back in there, I've been obsessed with oils, which I always love oils anyways. I think a couple months ago I talked about the Jouer Daily Repairing Oil, which I still love, but I felt like I wanted something a little bit more just like, I hate saying greasy. So I've been using the Kate Somerville, I think it's Dilo oil. This is the restorative treatment. Let me see what all it says on here. It's an AM and PM product. Apply 1 to 2 drops to clean dry face and neck. I'm honestly not sure of all the benefits. I forgot because I threw the box away, but I love this stuff. I feel like it's been making my skin just look radiant. I feel like it's just been keeping everything like at peace, you know, like I'm not having any crazy breakouts or any weird like discoloration. It's just, I don't know, it's been working wonders for my skin. The very last product I have here is a kind of mask I've never used before up until obviously this last month. I am so intrigued by it. I love the feeling that it gives my skin. It's so refreshing. It's from the brand Dr. Brandt. This is the Oxygen Facial Flash Recovery Mask. So you just go in, I take like a couple pumps at a time and do different sections of my face. I'll do like my cheek first and then like my other cheek, my forehead, my nose, and my chin. But you want to make sure you don't like rub this mask in. It comes out like a thin type of lotion consistency, but then you pat it on. You want your skin to be a tad damp, so you just go in like that. It's not like a normal mask that you really rub in, and then it slowly starts to bubble up. It's like the weirdest sensation ever because you'll hear it and then you'll feel the like bubble clusters will get thicker and thicker and your face basically turns into this like puffy cloud. It's the weirdest thing, and then the bubbles kind of like migrate towards each other, and then once everything's like tight and a lot of the bubbles have popped, then you can go in and wash your face. I like to wait the whole time. I think the recommended time is like 10. Oh, actually it's only 3 to 5 minutes. I want to say I left it on for a good 7 to 10 minutes. It leaves the most like refreshing, cooling kind of like tea tree tingling feeling on your face. I love it. It's just such a cool mask. So I have a couple of other things I received from the brand, but this is the main thing that I've just been like really just like drawn to. Plus the packaging is so cute. It reminds me of something that should have been on like Dr. Mario. Looks like a little pill. Do you guys remember that game? I was amazing at it. Okay, so that covers my favorites from the month of September. Once again, I apologize for being MIA for so long. Trust me, I have missed you guys, but we will be back to regular programming. If you guys have any specific video requests, be sure to leave those down below. I definitely want to start working on more tutorials for you guys. I have a couple of Halloween ideas in mind, but I still need to go by the Halloween store. But yeah, be sure to leave me some of your favorites or product recommendations down below. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!